Hi everybody. Well, they parked the bus on Dortmund. For 90 minutes, Freiburg was darned if they were going to let Dortmund get even one goal. That's what was the whole objective was, because they were down in their final third, all of the defense. What do you think? Think about that. What were they doing? What was the rest of the team doing? Nothing. This was not an objective to maybe win the game. No, it was not a winning objective. What it was actually a tremendous compliment to Dortmund. Because what it was we're not going to lose. Now that means every single person in the defense was working, but nobody in the midfield. So let's get going with whatever we had there. Christian was across from the camera, so I did see him a few times. He did not get involved in almost anything in the first half. Nothing. When it came to the second half, the whole team, Dortmund, was a lot more lively. Let's put it this way. There was not enough creativity in the Dortmund team to get through that final third of Freiburg. So, they weren't doing anything. Most everybody was not doing anything in Dortmund. There were a few things. Mark Bartra and another one, I forget his name, both were injured terribly, so that the guys who did it got red cards. They were sent out. They're down to 10 in the last half hour, and Dortmund still couldn't get through it. However, there were a few who did. One of them, and when I say a few, I mean like 2 or 3, and Christian was one. And if you have seen my Twitter of yesterday, you will see the picture of Christian attempting to make that goal. He's right up there in the box with the goalkeeper. And there's somebody else from Freiburg there. It looks like he's measuring what he is doing, what Christian's doing. The reason why I say it was from Freiburg, it was a red, you tell me, I'm not going to look it up yet. It was a red uniform, but it had, that advertisement across that's the same as Freiburg has. And he got up there, but the goalkeeper just moved right in, and it was an easy save for the Freiburg goalkeeper. What wasn't an easy save was a damn shame, and I'll tell you about that one. Aubameyang made a goal. He made a real live goal. He came in, it looks like he did one of his usuals, coming in on the left-hand side, right on the edge of the goal, and made the goal. But the referee would not allow it. Why? Because a foul, one of our Dortmund's guys had just been fouled just outside the penalty box. And wrongly, the referee would not allow Dortmund to play an advantage. And the advantage means if the team that's going to be hurt, if the team is going to be hurt, will be hurt more if this foul is ruled, then you don't rule the foul. So what we got was a free kick, which of course wasn't made, instead of a goal that had already been made. This is infuriating, really infuriating. This is the kind of thing you usually expect from Central America, but these were all Germans, so I presume, and they were very good all of the rest of the time. So I guess and presume that he just didn't realize that. Remember that rule. That's a rule in FIFA. You can let him play through if it would harm the harmed party more if they were to stop it. So there you are. That's the advantage, playing the advantage, and he wouldn't let him do it. So there you are. Christian, as I said, was one of maybe 2 or 3. Oba obviously got in. Christian got in and didn't make it. And there are a couple of others who made some little runs or something and tried, but that also didn't make it, and that's it. This is what this ultra defense called parking the bus is all for. And you know who it was started for? It was, again, we have a great compliment for Dortmund. This was a defense devised to beat Barcelona, because Barcelona plays all possession, and they thought, well, we're going to stop Barcelona from scoring, because their best parts are they've got a fantastic scorer, and they have some very creative midfielders, but that usually works against this particular park the bus. So there you are. The time that it was devised, what happened the first time it was played? Barcelona actually won 5-0. Can you believe that? Because they were very creative. Now, why weren't our guys creative? They're the number 3 in the whole Bundesliga. This is why. Somebody said in one of the columns, and this is the whole core of the thing, every time the guys go to international break, they come back and they suck. And that's what happened. That is what happened. Christian and all of the rest were just not just tired physically, but they were tired mentally, emotionally. They just had it. Now we're going to have another game on Wednesday, and this is 4 days from the Freiburg game, and I bet it's going to be quite different. And do you know the other game? This is going to be great. This is going to be played at Wembley Stadium in London, and it's going to be played against Tottenham. Now listen, they are Premier League, and now Christian is going to get an idea of what it is to play Premier League. And I'm not really complimenting the Premier League. Not that the Premier League doesn't win, but it's terribly rough. It's rough, and let me say that again. It's rough. This is the smartest thing they ever do. Be rough. I am not going to compliment them. I don't really love that kind of game. So, however, I will say that I know of 2 that we played in the World Cup, and I know they were very, very good with Belgium, and they are stars now in the Premier League, so they've got to be something. Anyway, that's it. That is it. Christian was one of like 2 or 3 maybe who got through the defense, the Freiburg defense. And all he had to do then was make a goal, which he wasn't able to do, which he is able to do usually. So I'm going to watch, and I hope you do too, because it's on ESPN. Wait a minute, I think it is, yeah. It's on ESPN, and it's on Fox Sports 1. So but it's in the afternoon. You'll have to if you have a 9-to-5 job, you'll have to tape it. Because at 2:30 or 2:45 in the afternoon Eastern time, Tottenham versus Tottenham, and that's going to be exciting. And maybe you learned something about parking the bus today, huh? I'm so honored. Every single time I love coming to talk to you, and I'm so honored you're here. I really appreciate it, and I'm happy about it. Thank you.